Hello, viewers. Welcome to BQ Prime and NDTV. This is Rishabh Bhatnagar, and you're watching Startup Street. Today, we're joined by Rohan and Swati Bhargava. They are co-founders at Cashkaro and EarnKaro. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for having us at your offices. First off, Rohan, Swati, whoever wants to take the question, I would just want to inquire about the business model. There's still a lot of confusion among the general public on how you get your revenues in. So, whoever wants to take it first.
Okay, I'll take that. So we have two businesses, like you said, Cashkaro and EarnKaro, and we'll tell you about both of them, maybe one each. So Cashkaro is India's largest cashback app for all you online shoppers. If you're shopping online on Amazon, Flipkart, any website, you come to Cashkaro first, and from here you go to that site and shop. And whatever you're buying, you get extra cash back from our side on top. And this is real cash. You can transfer it to your bank, or you can take it into UPI, gift cards. So to your question about what's the business model, how do you get this cash back? It's because we have a partnership with all the top e-commerce sites of India. We are their largest affiliate. We are their largest source of customer acquisition, in fact, on a performance basis. So we drive them sales and we get paid for every transaction that we drive. We don't charge for traffic or clicks. We charge per transaction, which is why it makes sense for them, right? They only pay if we drive a sale. And from this commission that we're earning from brands, we're actually giving cash back to our users.
Rohan, a bit about EarnKaro now.
Absolutely. So EarnKaro was an extension to Cashkaro, right? So what we realized was when you're trying to create impact or drive marketing, referral marketing is probably the most powerful and trusted source, right? So I will trust my friend, right? Or my mother will trust what I am going to recommend her. Right? So we wanted to take the concept of affiliate marketing and enable referral marketing for masses. So effectively today, let's say that I'm an Instagram influencer and I want to promote fashion products. The influencer can go to any of the fashion sites, copy the link, paste it into EarnKaro, and get their unique affiliate link or their referral link. Now they paste that link onto their reel, their post, or wherever they want to kind of share the word. Now when someone clicks on that link and shops, they earn money. So effectively, we've taken affiliate marketing, made it into a large, very easy to use referral marketing system, and that's EarnKaro.
Thanks for that. Thanks for breaking that business model down. My next question would be in terms of revenues for the entire group, what would the division between the two be, between Cashkaro and EarnKaro be?
See, for FY23, we've done about 250 crores in revenue. At this point, Cashkaro is larger than most of our other businesses. In fact, in addition to EarnKaro, we also have Buykaro, Bankkaro, a few other initiatives that we're working on. So it's largely Cashkaro at the moment, which is more than 65-70%. But gradually, all the other ones are growing.
Yeah, you already revealed your FY23 numbers. My next question was about to be on that. So FY22 was roughly 220 crores top line, about 15 crores losses as well. What's your path to profitability going from here? I'll ask this one to Rohan.
So, look, I think we're in a very unique position where, as a business, we're a very asset-light business, right? Our costs are fundamentally two parts, right? There's marketing and there is human capital, right? Human people, their salaries, etc. And we don't have any other fixed costs, right? Now, if you look at our numbers, right, 250 crores, roughly looking at, let's say, a 10 CR loss in this year, our path to, like, we're in some sense already profitable. There is marketing expense and there is a lot of money that we're deploying towards new ideas, new initiatives, new business ideas. So someone like a business like EarnKaro was a new initiative 4 years back. So now we've invested in that business. Now that business is profitable. Now we're using some of that capital to now grow the next few ideas. So, luckily, I think very unique position where we're able to scale revenue while we're actually shrinking our losses. So,
Pretty interesting that. And also the current fiscal year about FY24 as well. What sort of projections do you have in terms of top line?
So, I think we're looking to probably add another 30-40%. Our goal is to be in that 350 to 375 range. So that's what we're gunning towards.
All right. My next question would be on some of the other metrics in terms of maybe daily active users and the kind of user base that you're seeing, especially given that this is October. It's the festive season that's generally marked by higher consumption, right? So, Swati?
Well, our user base at this point is 23 million users. Right, these are actually registered members who've come and signed up on the Cashkaro app. The visitors over time would be much more, and this user base number has grown 350% over the last 3 years, which is actually in line with our revenue growth. Our revenue has also grown 350% incidentally over the last 3 years, while our losses have come down, like Rohan mentioned. The other interesting thing to note is that our business is essentially driving traffic to our different partners, and from there we get sales. So the traffic that we're able to send to partners is a very essential metric for us, and this number is actually the highest today than ever before. For example, in this festive period itself, we are going to be sending 1 billion clicks to our partners. And just to put it into context, if all the e-commerce sites were to try and get these many clicks from Google, they would pay much more than 4 rupees a click. Let's say if we even take 4 rupees a click, right, we're talking about spending 4 billion rupees, whereas that's not anywhere near the cost that people are paying us for sales, right? So that is how cost efficient it is. So to answer your question, 1 billion clicks to our partners just in the festive sales period, that is an important metric that has grown many times over the last few years.
Right. Very interesting there. Rohan, you also mentioned that you're also plowing a lot of this money that you're getting into newer business segments. Could you shed light on some of those?
Absolutely. So the way we're seeing the landscape evolve, right? There is in the last 3 years, most actually multiple segments like insurance, edtech, financial services have started to digitize. Now, 3 years back, we were not really doing a lot in insurance, BFSI, edtech. Today, financial services has become almost 20-25% of our business. And I think that's probably one of the biggest growth paths, growth levers for us. So that's one of the initiatives where we are sort of deploying a lot of money. We're building a lot of innovation. And while we're building that innovation, the advantage we have is that the user base is with us. So if you think about it, there is already a customer that I have that is shopping on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when we talk about an SBI cashback card, which gives you 5% cashback on Amazon, we're sort of just marrying a great product to a customer we already have, right? So we're not incurring, customer acquisition cost again, but we're amplifying margins that ways. And we're building a lot of similar products, right, for newer industries that are coming up. There's a lot of work that we're doing on the D2C side, which is again a very high margin category. So those are the areas, some of the areas that we're investing in.
Interesting. Let's take a few steps here. My next question would be on fundraising, right? You're backed by Kalari Capital. You're also backed by Ratan Tata. You have marquee investors in that sense. Are there any more fundraising plans as you go ahead, or do you have sufficient cash in the bank?
We do have sufficient cash in the bank. I mean, we're fortunate that we have enough actually. So the last funding round that we did was last year, less than a year ago, actually in November 2022, where we raised $16 million led by Affle Global. And before that was Series B, 10 million by Korea Investment Partners. And before that, like you mentioned, Kalari and Mr. Tata came in as part of our Series A. So we've raised more than $30 million at this point, which is the most that anybody in our space has raised in India. And actually, because we were able to raise money soon, it helped us establish a lead as well in the market and sort of become a market leader, category developer of sorts. So at this point, we don't need more money. However, always open to talk more, right? Who isn't?
Of course, that's the world we live in.
Yeah, of course.
My last question would be on the festive season as well. What are some more interesting category-wise trends that you're seeing? Maybe if you could name a few e-commerce sites that you're on.
So, I think the trends are not very different from what we've seen. Diwali e-commerce trends are very similar. So you see this massive, so the initial phase probably actually broken into 3 parts. So the first phase is very heavy towards your electronics, large appliances, sort of goods. So we've seen this massive growth. So I think we've
more
probably
than 20 times,
right?
more than 20 times increase in GMV in large appliances and laptops. So traditionally, like Rohan said, we always see mobile and electronics do well, but this time the increase in laptops and large appliances has been much more, because I think as we came out of COVID, these categories were a little slow, but then there was pent up demand. The offers right now are really good. There are bank card offers, exchange offers, cashback on top. So when you combine all of this, it makes it for a really good deal. And even in fashion, this year we've seen a big increase because coming out of COVID, couple of years athleisure was hot, but a lot of the formals and office wear was slower. Now all of that has taken up, and of course, Rohan, beauty and personal care.
Beauty and personal care also. So I think
Yeah.
while there is a festive element to it, I think the number of people that are
Yeah.
now shopping online is just that much more. Right? It's so much easier. Payments are simpler. UPI is available. Card offers are there. So I think every year, while there is a festive trend, I think there's just this large macro impetus that is starting to happen. So that trend just keeps growing. So that's what we're seeing right now.
Interesting. Thank you so much, Rohan. Thank you so much, Swati. Viewers, this was the co-founders of Cashkaro and Earnkaro. Stay tuned.